Welcome to Hy-Vee Today.
I don't know why I
with
thought that was
Tony
weird.
Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine. Streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Do you need a Starbucks, Betsy? I'll buy you one. She's got a free gift card. Never mind. Welcome to Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone, where I'm just trying to be generous and nice to my coworker, Betsy, and she shot me down once again. Hashtag friend zone. Betsy put me in the Tone friend zone, everybody. Ryan Broderson, speaking of friend zone and just friends, and we'll get the show officially started in a minute, but two things happened in my house last night. The Tooth Fairy showed up because my 6-year-old, soon-to-be 7-year-old, lost one of his front choppers. Henry is his name. And the Tooth Fairy visited. And that was the Tooth Fairy that showed up to our house. Very nice man. Made a little bit of noise. Go back. That's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's our friend. I don't want to brag. He also plays the Tooth Fairy for us. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to remember when I lost teeth back in the late 80s and early 90s, because I certainly haven't lost any lately. Knock on countertop. I feel like my Tooth Fairy, maybe $1, maybe some change. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson shows up as the Tooth Fairy in our house. $10 a tooth. So I don't know if it's because it's The Rock and he's rich, because I'm not rich. And I'm certainly, and today, by the way, is also, and this is true, it's also National Tooth Fairy Day, as God is my witness. It says it right here on my paper. So $10 a tooth. Wow. Whoever set that precedent, it wasn't me. It's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's fault. Getting to the friend zone, Ryan, last night there's a cabinet in our house that we're clearing out, and it's one of those things that has just become a catch-all, and it has all my DVDs, or a lot of them. And I don't know if you noticed, but in 2019, nobody really watches DVDs anymore. And look at right there is Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds. And if you have not seen, and I bet a Starbucks drink that Ryan Broderson has not seen Just Friends. Am I right? Have you? No, he has not seen it. Yes, he owes me a drink. Just Friends, one of the funniest movies ever. Ryan Reynolds, it's great. Also, you can see Dazed and Confused, the John Candy box set that I bought several years ago with Uncle Buck. Hoop Dreams is one of the best sports documentaries ever. Sopranos, Dexter, Zach Galifianakis stand-up. If you zoom in, there's an Adam Sandler CD. That's really old. That's like 96, 97. Scream. And I don't know what to do with all these DVDs and Blu-rays. Like, part of me likes the tangibility of holding on to stuff like that, but I can't tell you the last time that I went to the cabinet, opened it up like an old man that I am, and pulled out my DVD and then put it into the Blu-ray player. And I mean, you can watch everything on our phones and streaming device. You're watching this show on your phone probably. So what should I do with all that stuff? Anybody got suggestions? Donate it to Ryan. Ryan, do you even have a DVD player, Blu-ray player? Ryan's like, I got a VHS, dude. Wouldn't surprise me if he did. All right, maybe I'll donate all my DVDs to the Wilton softball team's upcoming bingo night fundraiser, which is this Saturday. That was the best segue I could do. All right, I tried. We're talking Wilton softball right here. Coach Courtney Dankman, welcome to the show. Chloe, good to see you. Mila, how are you?
Good.
Coach, good to see you down there.
Thank you.
Do you have any use, Coach, for an entire collection of movies for bingo night?
You know, we have a silent auction, we have a door prize, we have all of that stuff.
I like that you're not saying no. That's what I like about everybody.
We are grateful for anything.
The fine folks in Wilton, they're so polite. You offer them a bunch of old movies, and they're like, sure, Tony. All right, so this Saturday, bingo night at the Wilton Community Center. Do I have that right? Which is, of course, if you're going to have something in Wilton to be able to fill, a lot of seats, bring people in, that's the spot to have it. What time, Coach, do things kick off? We've got the info on the screen, but for folks at home that aren't going to be able to maybe, I don't know, for whatever reason, they'll watch this show later tonight or tomorrow. Looks like, is it 5:30?
Yep. Doors open at 5:30.
Okay.
We're serving kind of like a ballpark style meal with this cold weather. Everyone wants to be back at the ballpark, so we're going to kind of simulate that. And then bingo starts at 7. We play from 7 to 9 with a jackpot $100 game at 9 o'clock.
Whoa.
Yep.
There's money involved?
There's money.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Chloe, when was the last time you played bingo?
Last year.
It's one of those things that, like, we do bingo nights here at Hy-Vee, and there's been Mondays where we've had like 85 people, and what I've been told is that there's not a lot of places between Muscatine, Wilton, surrounding areas that do a bingo night. So I love that your fundraiser is a bingo night. So Chloe, Milo, what will your roles be at the fundraiser? Do you get to call any numbers, Chloe? Do you get to, I mean, what do you have to do?
I get to be 50-50.
Perfect. That's a tough gig, right? Getting people to spend their money. Do you have like someone with a super long wingspan to be able to sell tickets that way?
Oh yeah, I got Courtney Drake on my side.
Excellent. That makes it a lot easier. Milo, what about you? Last time you played bingo, and what will you be doing on Saturday?
Last time I played bingo was last year.
Okay.
And I don't have a role yet, but I'll find out soon.
Okay. So, Coach, any idea how many people you're expecting? I mean, we know I've said this before this week on the show. We've had a lot of Wilton guests. I did a wedding in Wilton a couple years ago. There were 535 people in the community center, and it wasn't completely packed. So we know that you can fit a lot of people. But any idea what you're hoping for?
Last year, I think we had around 350 to 400 people that came.
That is awesome.
The community sport for Wilton softball has grown tremendously, and we're just super excited. And so this is an event for all ages, kids, adults, everyone can come, and we're expecting a big crowd.
That's fantastic. 350 to 400. What I love that you've been doing, or whomever has been doing it on Wilton softball social media, is every time you like get a donation that's going to be something that'll be either raffled off or auctioned off or whatever at the event on Saturday, you've been posting it. And I can't believe, I was scrolling through it the other day and I was like, they have so many great supporters, whether it's individuals, and I hope we can show some of these from either the Twitter feed or the Facebook feed, but talk about that. I mean, from the businesses to the individuals, you really have
again just the support that we've had over the past year, this whirlwind of a softball program that we've put together, and everyone's come together, has supported us. Girls have gone out, asked local businesses, local businesses have come to us. They just are all willing to donate to kind of help our program, help us make sure that we can get the necessities we need to be a successful program.
All right, so let's talk about that for a second. Obviously, it's a fundraiser this Saturday, bingo in Wilton. So proceeds from Saturday, are there certain things that you identified that you need, whether it be for this season or just cost associated with
it's just
travel
the cost of running a softball program, providing balls and new equipment, new uniforms, things like that we need every single year. And so it's just something that we do once a year to kind of raise a little money so we can go full force during the summer.
It seems like it's more than a little money if you've got 350 to 400 people. That's great. And of course, we'd love to see more than that this year. Chloe, what year are you at Wilton?
I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. Okay. So had a great time. And Mila, what about yourself?
I'm a sophomore too.
Both sophomores. Excellent. Okay. So you had an incredible experience last year with the run to state, right? So Chloe, I'll start with you. How are you feeling heading into the season? I mean, we've had this weird winter, and I want to get to like if you've been practicing or gathering at all in a minute, but how are you personally feeling, and what have you been maybe doing in the off season yourself?
Well, I play basketball, so I'm constantly running, conditioning, starting up batting, getting ready for the season, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Okay, Mila, what have you been doing in the off season?
I've been working on pitching and hitting, and I've been lifting in the mornings.
Excellent. So, Coach, how does that work? Because I know that there's some, and obviously with some players that are multi-sport athletes, which is great. But like, are you not allowed to gather as a team until a certain point? Are there rules like that? I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Being a small school, we encourage all our girls to play multiple sports.
Sure.
And so, like Chloe said, she was in basketball, so she focused on that. We pitch on the weekends. We hit. We're lucky to have a great indoor hitting facility that Mark Y provides to us in Moscow. I personally can't do anything with the girls. I can just be there.
Sure.
But I have assistant coaches. I have community members that help kind of make sure that these girls are doing what they need to be doing.
Sure.
But come May 6th, we'll go full board because that's when practice starts.
So that's when practice starts, is May 6th.
Yep.
Holy moly.
Yep.
Seems like a ways away. It'll be here soon. And one of the things that I have on my notes is the makeup of this year's team. And the first thing that I started with were juniors and seniors, but we're sitting here with two sophomores, which I didn't know because we just asked you a minute ago. But so do you have a younger team, or what's the roster going to look like for this year?
We have a very young team.
Okay.
We have 3 seniors right now. Then a lot of them it's a lot of sophomores. the sophomore used to be freshman class. They carried us a long way last year, and
Sure.
we're pretty excited to have them for multiple years.
Okay, so Mila, you're a sophomore, your freshman year, whether you expected it to go the way that it did, it's incredible. Did you just did you even have time to get nervous? Because, I mean, all of a sudden, things start going your way, and obviously that comes with practice and preparation and having skill set, but it seems like it can be such a whirlwind. Like, you probably don't even have time to stop and think about, like, oh my gosh, we're going to state, or oh my gosh, I got a big game coming up. But as a freshman, that had to be a lot to handle. How do you feel now as a sophomore? Do you feel like you're more prepared?
I think I'm more prepared now, but like last year we had a pretty solid team.
Sure.
And I think coming up we have a pretty solid team, and I know that like when I'm pitching, I know that I have a solid team behind me.
Sure.
And they'll be able to play good defense.
Yeah, that's great. So you're a pitcher, obviously. Chloe, what's your position for Wilton softball?
Pretty much utility. I pitch. I play third. Just kind of anywhere.
Right, wherever you need to go. That's coach. Players like that are invaluable,
Yep,
right?
that's what we need.
Yeah, you're like, Chloe, I need you to play first today. Okay, fine, no big deal. So what about you, Chloe? I mean, freshman year, pretty wild. Feel like you've matured as an athlete. I mean, basketball definitely will help with conditioning, but overall, you feel even more confident for when May 6th rolls around to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready because I think our team that's coming back is solid. We're only going to improve this year and turn some heads again.
That's the thing, Coach. So I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but you had such great success. You have a young team. The expectations will certainly be there. How do you temper that as the head coach? Great pictures from last year with the ticket punched and qualifying for state. So, the goal would be to do that again and then progress even further. But I mean, each game it has to come one at a time, right? But you also know that you have a great team. So what's your approach for that?
And I think, the conference that we play in such a tough conference.
Yep.
And so I think that prepares us for postseason. These girls are young, but they're very experienced. They're very humble. They're the hardest workers I've ever been around. They want to better themselves. They want to do what they can do to make their team and themselves better. And so I'm just excited for not only this year but years to come, because we have such a young group of girls that I think they're going to carry us a long way and do things that Wilton softball hasn't ever done before.
Well, and that's just it. And for you as coach, I mean, it's such a great position you find yourself in, because it'll just, like you said, your program will be so strong for so many years to come, and the feeder programs and the younger girls. I mean, Mila and Chloe, whether you realize that there's young girls that are looking up to you, and they looked up to you as a freshman, which was probably wild. Now as a sophomore, I mean, did you have any experiences, either of you, last year where some younger softball players came up to you to ask either advice or just compliment you on the season?
Yeah, it happens a lot. Like after big games that we played, like you'd see like I would say sixth graders and all them, they'd come up to you and say different things.
Mila, what about you?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Seeing like a huge crowd and looking at it, there's a lot of young girls that like always are looking up to you. And after games, when they, like as Chloe said, they come up to you and they're like, good game, and then like things like that.
And I know that's a weird question to ask because you're just a few years removed from having been in that same position yourself, right? And it's weird to have that shift happen from when you were in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade and admiring and looking up to people that were playing at the high school level, and now you find yourself in that spot. And that's not something that you can really coach. You can't really coach, your athletes to be prepared for that. It's just something that happens when you have success and you're good at what you do. But it seems like your team conducts themselves and carries themselves extremely well, even amidst all that success, which is always worth celebrating. I mean, that's got to be something. And I don't know if that's something that you lead by example with yourself or that you talk about.
I just preach to my girls that, we work hard on and off the field to be a good person. I mean, that's the number. I want them all to be great softball players, but I want them to be good people. Mm-hmm. And I feel like every single one of my players, they are. They're willing to help out, just like helping out at bingo. They never say no. They're willing to go above and beyond, or if it's going down and helping the elementary kids or things like that. Like, they are always on the go, willing to help anyone do anything. And to me, that means more than, being that all-star softball player. That makes them a more well-rounded person, and I think that's what we have on the Wilton softball team.
So softball is one of those sports that your first practice is May 6th. Mm-hmm. school seems like it'll get done sometime in June with the weather that we've had. Chloe, I've been saying y'all should just go till the 4th of July. Any thoughts on that?
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Okay, all right, I'll keep that to myself then. Mila, you were all kidding. Let's go to school. But what I hope that people appreciate is that softball season will run until when?
Start like so our games start in May.
Wow.
And probably have about 15 games that are about 4 schools out. So that's going to be it will go until about hopefully.
So that's I think for a lot of people that either have kids that are grown up or don't have kids is that these kids, they get 3 months off during the summer and you're just going to be hanging out and lighting off firecrackers and causing trouble, and that's not the case. I mean, you don't really, Chloe, you don't really, I mean, by choice, you're not going to have, I mean, this will be your summer, is hanging out with your friends and your teammates, but I mean, that's something that people, I still just don't think they understand that your season is happening when the majority of maybe your classmates are enjoying summer break, right?
Yes, I'd have to agree. We're always working every day, all day.
But it'll be worth it if you can have, similar successes last year, maybe even a little bit more, and then certainly as both of you progress, I mean, setting yourself up whether you pursue athletics in college or not. But I mean, the fact that something that you enjoy doing could help pay for a secondary education, I mean, that's so incredible. And I know that we're a couple years away from that. But yeah, Coach, I mean, this is your season is the summer,
yep.
Right?
And these girls, every single one of them are so dedicated. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, they're up by 6 o'clock to lift.
Wow.
And then they do extra batting practice over at the field. And then there's days that we get on the bus or we're playing at 3 o'clock. And so they don't have a whole lot of spare time. And I never once hear any of them complain. And so that's such a great thing.
So, Chloe, for you, basketball, did it just end?
Yeah,
just ended.
Yeah. Just ended.
So now you go back into prepping for softball, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So there's literally no break at all, right? Not even a day, probably.
Not really. Always working, like going from one sport to the next.
It's tiring. Your schedule. I think my schedule is tiring. And I think about everything that you're doing. Plus, you're going to school. That's a whole other part of it, right? I mean, you have to have good enough grades to be able to participate in athletics. That's another thing that I hope people can appreciate when you talk about the student athlete. Sometimes we put the athlete in front of the student, but I mean, if you don't have the grades, you can't play, right, Coach?
Yep.
I mean, that's just it. And I don't know if that's something that comes when I was in high school. It seemed like it was a weekly thing, and one week you might have a full roster, and the next, it would change. So that's just something else to consider. As you're going out to games this year, is keeping in mind that these are all good students, and as Coach said, good people. All right, we come back to bingo night. 350 to 400 people. I'd love to see 500 this Saturday. I think it seems like you have someone that will call bingo for you.
Yes.
Coach, I would have your players take turns doing their best bingo. Chloe, wouldn't you admit that on television that you've always wanted to call bingo at least once?
I'm not really for sure.
All right. Well, Mila, what about you? Don't you think you could do it? It's like this easy. G47.
I'm sure I could do it, but
No?
I don't know.
If it's anything like the bingo that I've called here at Hy-Vee, while it's happening, while a game's being played, it's dead quiet. Yeah. People are super focused.
They're
They've got their
serious.
little daubers or dabbers. Is that a picture from last
That is
year?
last
Oh
year's
my
bingo.
gosh,
Yep.
look at how many people are there.
Yep.
That is fantastic. Right. That is so great. And again, the best part about having an event like this is that Wilton Community Center. For people that watch this show, they're like, geez, Louise, Tony's in love with the Wilton Community Center. It's an unbelievable space to have in a community the size of Wilton.
Yep.
Muscatine doesn't have anything like that. As far as a facility that can hold that many folks, that has the parking, it's going to be a great day. So it's this Saturday, March 2nd. Ready to go? I mean, at this point, everybody's feeling good?
We're good to go. We're going to set up on Saturday morning and we'll be ready to go.
And then May 6th is the first practice
Yep.
first official practice. Do you have a plan, Coach, for the first practice already?
No.
Okay.
I like to scare them and say we're going to run a lot, but
That's nice. Run a lot. What is that? Chloe, when Coach says run a lot, for the folks at home, are you just running for like an hour straight or what?
Oh, it definitely depends. Depends on how the game went before then.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, on the first practice, Coach, running a lot, I mean, you're just getting together for the first time. Maybe you run a little.
Yeah.
Mila, what do you think?
It just depends on how they're feeling.
I love
how
these
the
answers.
game
They're like,
went.
you're asking us questions. Our coach is sitting right next to us. we're gonna be the ones that are running the most, Tony, on May 6th, because Coach is gonna.
You know, there's only a few times I've made Chloe do buddy runs with Coach Anderson. So
okay, I don't know what is Chloe. What's a buddy run?
A buddy run is where you put somebody on your back that's around your same size, and you go from 180 to the other 180, and then you switch partners, and then you go back.
Ryan, I would like to get on your back for a buddy run. We're around the same size, and then Ryan will have to get a new back. Yeah, it's just one of those things, right? I mean, the conditioning is such an important, because again, I think sometimes people don't understand the perception of working out throughout the course of, you know, the winter leading up to your season. But when you get into, you know, middle of June, and if things progress like they did last year, I mean, you can't be gassed. You can't show up to a tournament and not be well conditioned.
Exactly.
Right?
And something that's unique about softball, unlike basketball and volleyball, is that they have a game and then they have a couple days to practice to kind of refine some things that they need to work on. And as softball, we have games every single day of the week. So we really don't have very many practices minus that first couple weeks. So we really work on those fundamental skills, kind of really work on our hitting and things like that to try to make sure that we're ready to go once our first game happens, because once that happens, it's nonstop.
I was going to say, it's just sort of, you start and it's just off to the races for another great season of Wilton softball. Okay, so for the folks watching at home or watching with us live online, Jill's suggesting that I call the bingo numbers. I don't know, but I have like one thing happening on Saturday night, but I mean, I'm pretty good at calling bingo. You know, I don't know. I might see people that play bingo take it serious. And Coach, you've come to a bingo night, I think,
They
right?
have like their lucky trolls
They
and their
do.
lucky rocks.
And the thing that I do is I try and keep it light, and I'll try and be funny. And a lot of times my bad dad jokes just fall on deaf ears. And then once the game's over, there's like this. It's like, oh, you're awake, okay. But while the game's going on, they're just like, they're in it to win it. And I love the people that have their own daubers or dabbers. I don't know, dabber. It's probably dabber. Chloe, do you have your own bingo dabber?
No.
What about a custom Wilton Beaver softball dabber? Milo, do you think it's a good idea?
Yeah.
You can say no, Milo. It's okay. We'll have you back on the show if you disagree with me. It's fine. All right, this Saturday, March 2nd, at the Wilton Community Center, it's Wilton Softball Bingo Night. It'll be a good time. At this point, hopefully you have saved the date, but if not, the information, it's all over social media. Whether you go on Facebook, great Twitter feed for Wilton Softball, and so many opportunities to win
$100, 9 o'clock.
$100. Yeah, Brian wrote some interest stuff. He noticed that. He was like, oh, $100. I could use that to buy. Hopefully Ron would donate it back if he were lucky to win that. Not that you suggest that people donate the money back, but it wouldn't be that bad. All right, Chloe, Mila, Coach, thank you for coming on. Good luck this season. I didn't know that both of you are sophomores. That's really exciting. I mean, this team is going to be so, again, not to put any added pressure, and I know that there's hype and expectations, but oh my gosh, I thought you were for sure going to say, Coach, that this team was, majority seniors, some juniors, but wow, you
Most of them
are
are sophomores.
Poised for another great season. But again, you do have some tough competition, but that's the only way to get better, right? And your program, I'm so happy. As someone that just had a girl, I feel like I should move to Wilton because hopefully my daughter will be 6'5", just like me. And as my wife played softball, my wife was pretty good. So, yeah, I don't know. I love Wilton, and I wish you all the best. And everybody watching, please come out this Saturday and support Wilton softball. It's going to be a good time. And if you're the kind of like I said, there's so many people that look for places to play bingo. There'll probably be people that show up that they're like, I don't even know what Wilton softball is. I'm just here to play. Whatever brings you there.
Everyone's welcome.
Yes. Yep. Please come out and have a good time. And good luck this season. Come back on the show if you need anything. Are there any other fundraisers? I mean, it would be hard to do something because you're so close to the season starting.
No, this is our main one that we do every year. So we just...
Chloe, good luck. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I hope to have you back. I would love nothing more than to have you all back, and we're holding another ticket punched. Where did the ticket go, by the way? Is it at the school?
It will be at bingo night. I have it in a frame ready to go.
Okay.
Yep.
Coach is like, it's in my basement. It's at the school. It's at the school. Wink. Mila, good luck this season.
Thank you.
Pitching is tough. I can't even imagine. I think it would be fun, and I'm not one to, I don't know. I would like to step into the box and try you'd probably strike me out every single time. There's no way I could get a hit off of you. Would you? What's your specialty? Is it specialty pitch? Do you have?
I like the rise ball.
The riser. Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't even want to know what that looks like coming at you. I can't even. I watch softball and I'm like, it's such a quick game, right?
Yes, it
Unbelievable.
is.
There was a player. It was in college the other night that hit for the cycle. Did you see that?
The home run cycle.
The home run cycle
Yeah.
in a game,
Yeah.
which is what, a grand slam, a solo shot, 2-run homer, and a 3-run homer.
Yep.
In one game that happened. I saw that on ESPN, and I was like, that's fantastic. And that's what Chloe said she's going to do this season.
Oh boy.
Chloe said if 500 people come out to bingo night this Saturday, you will hit for the home run cycle.
Sure.
Putting pressure on. No, I'm kidding. If you want to do that, that'd be an amazing story. All right, good luck to y'all, and thank you for being here. And everybody watching, come out on Saturday, Alex Armstrong, and support Wilton Softball second annual bingo night this Saturday, all set and ready to go. All right, let's go to the cart camera. Cody has his work cut out for him today. And don't forget, I have your Guinness. I'm going to promote it. Don't worry. Oh, you'll be there, Alex. You stop it. You know what people love watching at home? Off-camera conversations that Tony has with people that they can't hear responding. That could be a whole segment. Tony talks to people off-camera. All right, so here goes Cody with the cart cam. He is going to pick up some toast because today is National Toast Day, and I had put in an order of toast at the Market Grill Express. Thank you. I appreciate it. So Cody's going to get some I don't know what kind of toast they're going to have made for us, but that's why we got the Toyota Muscatine cart cam. It's a grocery cart with a camera strapped to it because this is America, and that's the way we want to do it. Flavor and I don't dare stand up, Ryan. I'd break a sweat. So, Cody, head on down a little bit further to that register, and they should have an order of toast on a plate right there. Boom shakalaka to your left. Happy National Toast Day. Thank you, Ryan. You're marvelous. Look at that. Bring it on back. Bring it on back to Toast Town. I will tell you this. Before bingo night, February 11th, when we did bingo a couple weeks ago, I had some time, and it was Monday, and I got myself one of those omelets that they make, and it was just fantastic. What is going on there? Is that Betsy? What's happening? What's she doing? Is she okay? Betsy, wait a minute. It's National Public Sleeping Day. Did she know that? I didn't see her throughout the course of the show. Was she taking a nap near the salad bar? What? It is, honest to goodness, National Public Sleeping Day, and Betsy's asleep near the salad bar. That's not good. Cody, go towards Floral, and now she's running. What's happening? I don't understand. Did you need a rest or what? Are you all right? National Public Sleeping Day. Oh my gosh. I'm glad Hy-Vee customer is asking if Betsy's okay. We appreciate that. All right, so listen, it's National Toast Day. It's National Tooth Fairy Day. And if you don't believe me, you can Google for yourself. Today is National what day? National Toast Day, Tooth Fairy Day, Floral Design Day. So Cody, go left, and there's those coolers in the floral department. We'll just show off some different floral designs they can do for you. They can customize anything for you at the Hy-Vee Floral Shop. National Public Sleeping Day, as we just saw Betsy sleeping near the salad bar. National Chili Day. How about that? And I've been keeping my eye on the Facebook chat, and there's a whole conversation about soup going on. Imagine that. Betsy has managed to take the chat over and turn it into a soup conversation. It's fitting because it's National Chili Day, and the question of the hour is chili soup. I don't know. I would say no, that chili is not soup. I think it's its own entity. I don't think it has the consistency of soup. It's more of, it's not. And there's Ian working hard as always. It's also National Chocolate Souffle Day. That's a dessert, kind of a fancy dessert, chocolate souffle, but it's a good one. I'll tell you that much. All right. I feel like I have a glare in my glasses, but I don't. These new lights are just great. Except I keep looking at them and then I'm seeing spots. Stop looking into the light, Tony. Oh. Seriously, they're fantastic. All right. Toast day. So what I was saying is that Monday at bingo, I ordered an omelet. And I know that I've been low-carbing it. Trust me. I appreciate the fact that people remind me the days that I've gotten something that's not on my diet for lunch here at the store, and my coworkers or random customers bust my chops for hey, that's not keto. I appreciate that. That night of bingo, when I got the omelet, I got some toast, and it was fantastic. Cody, do you have the toast in the cart? Yeah, bring it on over. I don't know if I'll eat it. We'll probably have to give it to Ryan since it's part of his contract. Ryan's agent, if you ever need an agent for television, Ryan's agent negotiates in toast, everybody. So you can check that out. But I did have some of this toast, and I don't know what it is. You'll see in a second. Here comes Cody. This toast is just great. It's massive, too. Look at the size of it. I mean, look at these pieces of toast. They're huge, right? That's a lot of toast. And they've got this thing over there that just butters it perfectly. Like if you've ever buttered toast, you know that like sometimes you'll either just have like a big thing of butter here. This is even. All the square footage of toast here is equally buttered. Butter me, I'm on a roll, Ryan. Look at that. National Toast Day. Will you participate? Also, as it's known, National Carb Day. A lot of carbs in that there toast. I will abstain, but happily share with y'all. All right, so this is cool. St. Patty's Day is coming up on March 17th, and our friends with Guinness wanted me to show you this. This is I think it's an 8-pack. It's a pub pack. It's an 8-pack of 14.9-ounce cans of Guinness. And if you'll look closely, you'll notice there's a glass. There's a Guinness glass inside the container. So for $12.99, ladies and gentlemen, and if you do the math, that's a great deal because it's 8 14.9-ounce cans of Guinness. And then, Cody, we'll see how good that camera is. Right here across the top, it shows you the right way to enjoy your Guinness. Look at how good that camera is. That is worth every penny. That camera costs $3. I would have paid $4. I'm kidding. It's way more than that. It's 4K. Open. Grab your pint glass. 2, wait for the nitrogen to work its magic. 3, tilt the glass. Hold it at a 45-degree angle. 4, fill to the Guinness harp. And then 5, settle. Let your Guinness settle. And then 6, drink it. So this is an 8-pack of Guinness that comes with a free glass. The only thing better than this is the fact that our friends at Contrary Brewing on Saturday are having a Girl Scout cookie pairing event with their beer. I just threw that shameless plug in because I saw a friend that I thought would appreciate that. But this is a great deal. Limited supply. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. There's a glass in here. Ryan, Betsy, I almost broke it. There's a glass in here and I almost dropped it. Almost busted out my Mr. Furley impersonation again. It's a great deal. Tell you what, I like Guinness. It's a hearty beer. Sometimes you have a Guinness that's like a steak in a glass. Let it chill out and enjoy it. And it comes with a free glass. I am going to absolutely buy one of these. Don't tell my wife. Honey, we need it. You know the want versus the need conversation that we have a lot? This is both. Dropping the hammer. Men rule. You heard it here first. La, la, la. No, we don't. Honey, can I buy this? See, I'm being a good husband. I'll get a text in a moment that says no. Can I just take the glass then? Also no. Let's go back to that ad that has the Guinness on it, if I could. So let's zoom out. On the back page of the Voice of Muscatine newspaper, we are talking about the luckiest wine and spirits sale ever. With each item you purchase, you receive a leprechaun that will do your bidding for you. He's angry, real fired up. But other than that, you know, God bless. Jameson's in there, Bailey's, all the essentials. And then as we zoom out, there's even more great deals to be had, from Crown to Sved Vodka to Absolute, Captain Morgan, Captain my Captain. And then I say that a Guinness is like having a steak. And Ryan, if you scroll down, tonight is Thursday. We've got Thursday night steak dinner. They will not serve your steak in a glass. No, friends. It'll be on a plate. You can dine in or carry out. Tonight, we're doing, Betsy, choice sirloin steak dinner. You could pair it with your favorite soup if you like. My favorite soup is chicken tortilla soup, and we have not had it here on the soup and salad bar in weeks. And I don't know what I have to do to ask to have it. I mean, it's been a month since we've had chicken tortilla soup, and I'm not the only one that likes it. So I'm getting on my own show to complain about it. That's how you solve things in 2019. You complain about it online. 8 ounce, $8, 12 ounce, $12. Garlic, mashed potatoes, your choice of vegetable, all set and ready to go. Check that out. And don't miss out on a good deal. Debbie on Facebook saying, wish I still ate bread. Me too, girl. Same. Hashtag carb friends. I'm with you. National Toast Day. I could eat this, but it would go right back to my chin. And I've worked hard to have less of a chin. And I don't need it to come back. But I do love toast, and it is National Toast Day. Ryan Broderson, we have a new Fuel Saver flyer. I sent this to Ryan this morning. It's on the Spinderellas when you walk inside the store. Pardon me, I'm just repositioning myself. Grab a flyer and save. I think I did the math. You could save 98 cents off per gallon if you bought everything on the flyer, from Tyson chicken portions in the meat department with a 20-cent fuel saver, Snickers, Milky Way, Twix, Three Musketeers, candies, fresh asparagus, Fiesta trays that Delmer makes by hand with gloves on. Nori's Sushi, $5.99 and above, 10-cent fuel saver. That's a good deal. And then on the opposite side of that, there's deals in the bakery department, dairy department. Deli wraps, barbecued pulled pork, that is in the kitchen. Buy it by the pound. Save, save, save. Price of gas, I saw on the talking picture box. Let me try that again. Price of gas, I saw on the talking picture box last night, only going to go up. So you can control that by shopping right here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee and using your Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. Ladies and gentlemen, how much will I save? I have to get gas. Going to get my taxes done soon, as a matter of fact. Yep, very soon. And got to get gas. I'm the guy that works at a place with a gas station and has his gas light go on in his vehicle. And I should also, speaking of my vehicle, I'm going to tread lightly here, but I will say thank you to Ashley at Toyota of Muscatine. She ordered me a replacement antenna for my dad van, my Toyota Sienna. The antenna for the radio broke off in a freak accident the other day. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't the fault of the vehicle. It just kind of, I don't want to say what happened, but a little frustrating. These guys, I think, know. So, but anyways, it turns out it's an easy thing to replace. I called Toyota yesterday, and I'm going to go pick that up today after I get my taxes done. So shout out to Ashley. And then I saw TJ Deere, our friend TJ, who is the boss of Toyota Muscatine. He was over here at Hy-Vee grabbing something to eat yesterday. It's always good to see those guys. Appreciate them very much. All right, Ryan, speaking of getting something to eat, I'm gonna go back to the Fuel Saver tomorrow and Saturday. Then we'll go to the DeBeats deal. So Fuel Saver again. Think about it this way. If you took the flyer and then you came to the store on Friday, March 1st tomorrow, or Saturday, March 2nd, and spend $50 or more, you'll get 25 cents off on your Fuel Saver. Now, I thought about something else, an added wrinkle to this. On Fridays in the health market, with every $20 you spend, you get a 20-cent Fuel Saver. So grab this flyer, and then on Friday and Saturday, with every $50 you spend, you get 25 cents off. Chad, come back to me for a second. I want everybody to see how good this toast is, and we're going to give Ryan a moment to grab that other ad. This toast smells so good. Hello, Carbs. How are you? What's that? I couldn't. Temptress. I can't. So good. There's so much butter on there. I want to eat that. I could eat that all in one bite. So, Ryan, this is close. This is the Procter & Gamble deal. This is good. We're good, though, because we're showing people how much you can save on your Fuel Saver. It's a lot. So 98 cents on the flyer, 50 cents if you buy $30 of Procter & Gamble products, including toilet paper and paper towels. So, and then, Chad, come back to me. We're doing super Fuel Saver math here. I'm actually going to do this math on the back of my paper. So if I bought everything that's on the Fuel Saver flyer, I'd have 98 cents. If I spent $30 on Procter & Gamble stuff, I'd have another 50 cents. And then Friday and Saturday, if I spend at least $50, I get 25 more cents. So that is, hold on, let me do the math here. Carry the one. You would earn, ladies and gentlemen, $1.73 on your Fuel Saver if you did all of that. So that would be you, again, taking the Fuel Saver flyer, buying every item on it, 98 cents. Then you get the $30 in Procter & Gamble stuff. You've got another 50 cents. And then because you've spent at that point over $50, you get an additional 25 cents. Now you are at $1.73 off per gallon. That is a lot of money that you're going to save at the pump. And there's people that are smarter than I am that will save even more so that they have to pay a penny. Do we have the 25 cent? We do? Yes, everybody. That's it right there. That is good for the whole store, I believe. Maybe some exceptions, wine, spirits, nicotine stuff. I don't know. There's some exceptions, but listen, great deal. Nobody else can save you money on gas. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, very good. So let's go with the fundraiser for the domestic violence shelter, and then we'll get out of here. That'll be the last thing we talk about today. So this is coming up on March 13th. It'll be here soon, and you know that I care about the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. I'm on the fundraising committee for their annual fundraiser, which is coming up on April 6th. This event is March 13th. It's dinner for a cause. Dine with purpose at DeBeats in downtown Muscatine. 2 different seatings, 5:30 and 7:30, portion of sales donated to the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. I am proud to tell you this, friends at home. I sent out several emails yesterday, and some of the items that will be included on April 6th event will be some autographed stuff from Chuck Long, former Hawkeye great. Had a good email exchange with Chuck. We'll have some autographed stuff from Bobby Hansen, former Chicago Bull, Iowa Hawkeye, and he is the color commentator for Hawkeye. And then I sent another email, and we'll see. I don't want to put him on the spot, Tim Dwight, but we'll see what Timmy D wants to give us to help out, again, the domestic violence shelter. I'm all in when it comes to helping out the domestic violence shelter. And if I'll say this, listen, if you own a business or you know someone that owns a business and they want to help out a good cause, keep in mind the domestic violence shelter receives 0 funding from the state. The only way that they're able to stay open is through the support of MCSA, individual donations, and fundraisers like the one on March 13th at DeBeats, the one on April 6th, the annual New Beginnings fundraiser, and then they're also doing the Isabel Bloom sale. So there's a lot of ways to help out the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. I know that there's a lot of worthy causes and organizations in town. This is one that I've jumped in with both feet, and I'm happy to ask friends of mine for their support and their donations to help out. I've got a lot of good stuff coming down the pike, like pizza for a year from Sammy at Sal Vitale's. That'll be in the live auction. We've got some great stuff from Suntan City and Miracle Car Wash. Shout out to Mike and Tanya. So if you are in business or want to give of yourself, or at the very least you just want to get a ticket to show up on April 6th, it'll make a difference and it'll help women and children that are fleeing domestic violence situations. Again, in a perfect world, we don't need to have the domestic violence shelter. But unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. So I want to do my darndest to make sure that the shelter is able to continue to operate so that, God forbid, when those domestic violence situations happen, the women and children that are fleeing for their lives with oftentimes only the clothing on their back are able to have a place to go and be supported. So that's a lot to say on that, but I care a lot, and I would like to have your support. Whether I'm putting them on the spot or not, it is what it is. There's a couple of different things I'm passionate about. Special Olympics is one of them, domestic violence shelter another one, and I will ask favors and reach out to people. I become that guy. I'm that guy. Listen, Toyota Muscatine, they sponsored the wine poll last year. They're doing it again this year. I reached out to Bayer Monsanto to sponsor the photo booth. We're still working on that. I'm coming for you. It's all for a good cause, and please consider helping out. Okay, I think that's all I need to say for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust for the aisle cam. And by the way, Chad, let's cut to the aisle cam quickly. We're looking in the produce department where things are hashtag always fresh. I thought that it would be nice, and Cody agrees, that we could have a gift bag for all of our guests on the show, and we send them each home with a potato. It's like an over-the-top, nice gift bag. It's kind of like the gift bag you get if you're on the Academy Awards. It's not worth $30,000, but there's just a potato in there. Just because. Who wouldn't want a free potato? Or potato, however you say it. You're just marvelous. So thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine. I'll see you soon, Ashley, to get my antenna. Unbelievable. I'm so happy that it just screws back on. And thanks to our friends at Team Staffing, we'll have the job board on tomorrow's show. All right? I think I've said it all. Thank you to Wilton head softball coach Courtney Denkman, and to sophomore players Chloe Wells and Mila Johnson for taking the time, for being out of school to come on this show. Support Wilton Softball, their annual fundraiser. It's bingo night this Saturday, March 2nd at the Wilton Community Center. Worthwhile cause. And tomorrow, listen, it's Wilton week apparently. We started the show this week with guests from Wilton, and we'll end the show tomorrow with Ted Maroff and Joe Brameyer, 2 Wiltonites. Wiltonians, if you'll have it. Talking about a couple other things coming up in Wilton, I'm telling you. There's a lot going on. If you think you know someone that should be on the show, please email me. I beg you. We love your suggestions. They're just great. I don't even want to look in the chat to see what Betsy's doing. Let me glance. Oh, boy. Okay. She's just taking it over. It's all soup, and I don't even know what else is going on. I'm not going to get distracted by this, though. Or did I just get distracted? I guess I just did. All right. I failed at that one. Thanks for watching. Catch replays at 7:30 and 10:30 on MPW Channel 5. Don't forget, today, February the 28th, I should say that it's also National Rare Disease Day. It's National Toast Day if you're going to have some toast. It's National Tooth Fairy Day. I told you the Tooth Fairy visited my house last night. Floral Design Day. Public Sleeping Day. Betsy taking a nap near the salad bar. Chili Day. And Chocolate Souffle Day. All right? So you can participate in all of those or just some of those if you like. Nice catch, Ryan. With the assist. We made it, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you live Friday at 8:30 or right here on MPW Channel 5. Stay tuned for some fabulous real estate listings. Ooh, did you see the basement on that house? That could be yours if the price is right. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton.
Yeah,
This
man.
Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.